Hey, what's up? Like, totally time for 90210.
Well, hello everyone. It is totally time for 90210. My name is Mark. With me as always is my girlfriend Carol. How you doing, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
So it's been an interesting week here at Massive Late Fee / Beverly Hills 90210, whatever we're calling this segment of the show. We're a day late, as you can as you see. We're coming out here. It is, what is it? It's March 24th, 1995, and you know we're here a day later than normal. The regular show will also be delayed a day. I had to help a buddy of mine move. We call him, so the reason for our delay is I call him COVID-19. He's the co-owner of a video store, and the video store's number is 19. It's the 19th one. Now I won't say the name of the video store that he co-owns, but
that is the weirdest nickname I've ever heard of. Though.
Well, it's co-owner video store number 19, COVID-19.
Sounds like more like an online handle than a name you would say to somebody out loud. But okay.
Well, we usually call him COVID for short.
How about Co?
Sometimes.
If I meet him, I'm calling him Co.
Okay, you can call him Co.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's the reason for the delay.
Well, that's your reason. Mine is it's my mom's birthday, and
yeah, well,
you know, I had to help with that. You know, making cake and wrapping presents and family dinners and all that stuff.
Anyway, I helped him move. I packed up his hypercolors and for him and
his hypercolors?
Hypercolors. Yeah, his shirts and pants and everything. You know, you get it. You put some of your hand on it or whatever, and it's it changes color because with the heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw those.
He had a drawer full of slap bracelets.
Yeah.
Helping him move.
I've got a lot of those too. Those are kind of fun.
But anyway, so yeah, packing up all that stuff for him, into the old hatchback there, and moving him to his new place.
Is he gonna have a party? I want a party.
Yeah, I think he is gonna have a party.
We need to have a party.
Yeah, we haven't been able to have social gatherings or anything like that recently. We've just been so busy. We've kind of been distancing ourselves socially from people. So.
I would definitely say there has been some distancing socially happening.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that everybody is safe out there and everything. So
yep.
Anyway, so we did watch Beverly Hills 90210 though.
The season finale, people.
I know, the last one on the tape. Somebody needs to get you season 2.
Yeah, get on it, man. So, yeah.
Well, your birthday is coming up.
In May.
Yeah, I know.
Do we really want to wait 2 months?
Oh, man, we wouldn't be able to do any more shows for people.
For 2 whole months? I mean,
wow.
I guess I can wait till my birthday, but can you all really wait till my birthday?
But anyway, so we did watch it.
Yeah, it was quite the episode.
It was interesting.
I was not emotionally prepared.
I wasn't emotionally invested for most of the time.
What?
Because you know what's going to happen,
Well, yeah, because it came out. It wasn't the end of the show, so.
Right.
Had that been the end of the show, and maybe. What are you doing?
It's the theme song.
Okay. Let them listen to.
Are you doing
I'm a broken
rap song?
record.
Yeah. It's a scratch,
right? Yeah, let them listen to it on their own time. Okay, right, they don't need you to sing it.
Tell them what the episode was about.
Okay, so it starts out, apparently there's been a bunch of layoffs at Jim's company.
Oh, yeah.
And what they're doing is calling people in for lunch and then firing them or laying them off or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
So he and his buddy are talking about, being worried about this, and then he gets the call that his big boss wants to have lunch with him in the executive dining room.
No good.
He thinks his ship has sunk.
Well, it's so weird, too, because the executive dining room is basically just a meeting room. It's like a normal, meeting, table, like you'd see on TV or whatever, just a long, one of those long tables.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know, it's weird. It would seem, I would think it'd be almost cafeteria-like or something like that, but it's not at all.
Yeah, well, no, it wouldn't be cafeteria. I would have imagined it'd be more fancy.
Yeah, it's basically just, hey, let's order takeout food, and we're gonna eat it at this fucking conference table.
Well, yeah, they don't have a frickin' kitchen. I'm sure that's just where they eat.
Well, it is Beverly Hills.
Spago?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a restaurant, right? Spago.
I don't know. I've never heard of that one.
All
right. So he goes in to have this lunch that he's terrified of, and the guy's being all nice, hey, sit down, have some this, have some that. He looks like he's gonna puke. He's not eating anything. And then, they're trying to keep us in suspense here. So he walks in to the family.
Well, his boss says, "You're not happy here."
Oh yeah, that's right. You're not happy here. Yeah. So then he walks in at home and he looks really upset still, really concerned. And Steve and Kelly are over visiting. And he's like, I don't mean to be rude, but I need to talk to my family alone. And sends them out.
Get out.
Yeah. So they'd overheard him talking about being worried.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, I think, already knew he was worried. Yeah, they heard him talking to her. His kids heard him the night before.
Yeah.
So
because he said, Cindy, I need to have a conversation with you alone in our bedroom. And Brandon comes up and walks right by the door.
Right. So Brandon and Brenda, it was kind of funny. The two parents the night before were talking, right? And then the kids are in the bathroom talking. And they're all having the same conversation about what are they going to do if dad loses his job. Mm-hmm. So, he hasn't even said anything. And they're all like, it's okay, Dad. Brandon's like, I'll get a second job. And Brenda's like, I'll get a job. And and he's like, what are you talking about, guys? I'm getting a promotion.
Yeah.
So, you'd think that would be a good and happy thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Except the promotion to executive vice president, by the way, means moving back to Minneapolis where they came from.
Yeah. So they're going back. It's going to be Minneapolis 90 or Minneapolis. What would it be?
What would a zip code be in
Minneapolis 61218.
Sure. So, yeah, they're not happy about this. Obviously, Brenda doesn't want to leave because of Dylan.
Okay.
And Brandon doesn't want to leave because, he's happy there. He's become Mr. Popular. But surprisingly, oh my God. Yes, we'll get to Steve. Surprisingly, Mom doesn't want to leave. That blew me away.
Oh, yeah.
Because she is such a frickin' whiner. And she's been whining since the beginning.
Mm.
So you would think that she'd be happy. She'd go back to Minneapolis and, have her old friends back and everything. Yeah. I wonder if she ever had friends, though. She's just so unlikable.
Yeah, I don't know.
But to me,
you were really hating on her this episode because of how much she
irritates me. She complains about every damn thing.
I know. It's really annoying when there's someone that just complains about everything and all the time and the way you are and things you do and stuff.
Uh-huh.
It sucks.
It sure does. You jerk. But no, I don't know how you, do you think your parents would ever give you this much power? My parents would never give me this much power in this kind of decision.
No.
But they actually do a family vote where, all votes are equal, which, yeah whatever. So they do, they all write on a piece of paper, yes or no, whether or not they want to stay.
Uh-huh.
And everyone but the dad votes to stay. So.
Yeah, he says, let's go back to Minnesota.
So he calls his boss and says, I'm sorry, I talked to the family. The consensus is they want to stay. I can't do it. and his boss says, I'll double your salary. Mm-hmm. So it's no longer a democracy.
Right.
They're going.
He's like, forget it.
This is happening.
Yep.
I wonder how much he makes.
Well, he's an accountant, and he works at apparently a really big firm, because this firm has offices at least in Minnesota and Beverly Hills, and I'm guessing probably others.
Right.
So remember, this is the past. This is 1990 when the show premiered. So 5 years ago, a good salary. I mean, I guess it hasn't changed that much, but
Like 100,000?
I would say he probably makes around, no, not 100,000, around maybe 70,
Okay.
around 70,000, I'd say. So the double salary would be around 140,000.
Yeah. I mean, that would be hard to say no to.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, they decide.
And we found out they're leasing their house. The company leases the house, so they're not paying for that house. They don't have to pay rent.
Yeah, it's so weird. The house that they live in.
They must be fucking rolling in money.
Yeah. Yeah, in Beverly Hills. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to go right away. The new job starts immediately.
Yep.
So he's on the plane. He's out. Peace out. You guys pack up the house. Mm-hmm. So Cindy's working on packing, and the kids are saying goodbye to their friends.
Brenda wants to stay with Kelly for the summer.
Well, Kelly offers.
Yeah.
Kelly says, you could stay with me and my mom.
And the dad doesn't like it.
Yeah, he's like, no, we're staying together. We're not splitting up. We're a family.
Mm-hmm. You can't do anything, even go to summer camp. Fuck you.
It's weird. So then at school, like when they're talking to their friends and Steve is like freaking out. Mm. And he's being such a jerk to Brandon, which like in the very beginning of the episode, hang on one second.
Oh. Well, that's lovely.
I'm sorry, guys. I have a little bit of those sniffles that you had.
Yeah, my buddy COVID-19 was sick, and I was afraid that he was going to give me what he had, because what he had was pretty bad. But I think I just have a cold. I think that's what you have too.
Yeah, I think so. So anyways.
So don't worry about us. We don't have what COVID-19 has.
Right. So Steve is acting like a baby, basically. Like he's having a freaking temper tantrum.
Oh, yeah. Well,
he does not want Brandon to leave.
It's on character anyway, though. I'll tell you.
Right?
They're very consistent with Steve's character.
He is just not a good person.
No, he's the biggest asshole. And they seem to acknowledge it.
Yeah. But, they had started out in the episode with Steve saying, hey, Walsh, I'm really glad you moved here, which is kind of like foreshadowing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as he finds out, he's just like avoiding him, being short with him, like just not cool. Now, I don't remember the exact order everything happened in, because you all know I don't take notes.
Or remember anything.
I remember things.
Or can't pay attention to anything.
I definitely pay attention, and I definitely remember, just not everything and not in order.
Oh, you remember? What's your name then?
What?
See, you can't even remember.
You're ridiculous.
You see, you're deferring. You're deflated. You're
Carol.
You're deflecting.
You freak.
Wait, what?
Carol, what are you doing?
I made you doubt your own name.
You're so weird. Anyway, we find out that Kelly tried really hard, but her mom said no.
Yeah,
Brenda couldn't stay with them for the summer because she's new in her sobriety and doesn't feel like it would be good for her to have a house guest. Mm-hmm. So that sucks for her and Dylan, because at least they were thinking they would have the summer.
Yeah, to fuck every day.
So, yeah, they're having trouble saying goodbye. He wants to do the long distance thing. Mm-hmm. Brenda is...
against it.
Yeah.
She thinks that it wouldn't work out. She references, like, the 4th episode of the show. She's like, I saw what happened to Brandon
and his girlfriend.
His
yeah.
girlfriend, yeah.
So she breaks up with him while they're in bed together. Like, they have just had sex.
Yeah.
They are still naked, and she breaks up. I think that is low. You don't ever break up with somebody while they're naked.
She was like, I wanted to be together one more time.
Sounds kind of selfish, honestly.
Yes.
But at least let the man put on his drawers. Anyways.
He's not happy about it.
No. And then she's all depressed and moping. And here's the thing, like, if you're going to do that, in my opinion, wait till you're leaving.
Yeah.
Wait till, like, the last day. Don't, like, she's giving up all this time they could be together.
Exactly.
So she's moping around the house. Mom's packing. Brandon has this whole thing with Andrea.
Yeah, it's so funny. So in the previous episode, Kelly threw herself at Brandon, and he was like, no, I look at you as another sister.
Right.
And then this episode, Andrea's throwing himself at him.
Yeah, and she almost gets there.
Yeah.
So Andrea says, hey, you know, how about you and I have a special, like, just us last dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
She doesn't call it a date, but it's obviously a date.
Yeah, and their last dinner is, it looks like 1 PM.
Right?
At the pier.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like, that is not dinner. And he, like, won her, like, a stuffed animal that she's carrying around.
Yeah.
And I don't ever see them eat any food.
Nope.
So
They ride on the carousel.
yeah, because she says she needs to be in the saddle to do this, which is just weird.
That is weird, too.
She's
Why?
a weird
Is
person.
it the vibration? She needs to feel that.
Just get her motor going.
Right? Is that why?
Where she tells Brandon, and poor Brandon is so confused that his going away present is right here next to him.
Yeah, it's her.
But she's not clear. She doesn't say, it's me.
Yeah.
She doesn't say, hey, before you go. She's not just clear. Like, hey, before you go, I want us to, like, make love. She's like, your presence here. He's like, what? Your horse? Your bear? What do you mean? Oh, idiot.
Yeah, so and she's like, no, the thing's sitting right on top of the saddle.
Like, she couldn't. I mean, it was painful to watch.
It struck me as a little arrogant to be like, hey, a night with me is your presence.
Right.
Like, you're going away, but like, this is something you should really want, you know. I think she phrased it that way because of nerves, but doesn't it seem like really weird?
Yeah, I think you would need to have established that someone actually wants you before you call yourself a present.
Yeah.
Although he did kiss her when they were drunk, when he was drunk.
Yeah.
So she maybe feels confident that he wants her.
I mean, I guess she basically asked him to the dance, and he said no.
True. Yeah, I don't know. But he says he'll think about it.
Uh-huh.
Which, if I were her, that would have been the end of it for me, because if a guy needs to think about it, never mind.
Right. Yep.
But she's like, yeah, okay. And he, like, really mulls it over, like, spends some time. He talks to Brenda about it. Does he talk to Steve about it?
I think he talks
When they're at the
to
beach?
Dylan about it.
Dylan,
maybe, I don't
okay.
know.
Yeah, he talks to people. He gets, opinions. And okay, so Brenda and him are talking on the beach.
Mhm.
And she says something about, like, what good our memory is going to do us, because he's like, being with Andrea would give him a good memory or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, keep us warm on those cold Minnesota nights.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. The whole thing's just,
How open they are with each other is really weird to me too.
yeah.
But
They're twins, though. I think they're extra close.
yeah, his point is that he is hesitant to do it because of the friendship, but their friendship's going to end anyway because they're leaving. So, maybe he should. It's weird. He looks at Kelly as a sister, but with Andrea, it's more like, I might be interested in her, but we have a really good friendship, so I don't want to ruin that.
Right. Which, fine, I guess.
She looked kind of cute in this episode, actually, for once.
Yeah. Yeah, especially in his fantasy, she looked really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They show a whole thing where she's like waiting for him. Oh, because that's the other thing. They're trying to figure out when and where once he tells her he wants to.
Yeah, she doesn't have time. She's looking at her schedule. Like, he's leaving. Can't you just clear something up?
So, well, it was like her mom's birthday or something, which, I feel I got that too, Andrea.
Right.
Or maybe it was her aunt's birthday. I don't know. She had some family commitment.
Right.
And then, like, she's like, okay, I'm free tomorrow night or the night after that, but not my house. My mom's having people over. Mm-hmm. So he decides, hey, I've got a key to the Peach Pit. It's Sunday. It's closed. Mm-hmm. Let's go to the Peach Pit.
Right.
What does she say it's going to be like?
The postman always rings twice.
Yeah, okay. I'm not familiar with that, but you seem to find that very amusing. What's that about?
Oh, it's an old movie. Like, it's a very old movie. But she says, as she points out, they do it on the counter in that movie.
Okay.
Which, I mean, like, kind of, but you don't see anything,
right.
Obviously. It's a movie from, like, 1943.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think you usually see much.
But anyway.
It's not that kind of movie.
Right. So, as I put it out, I'm like, it's not, that's not as, how it looks in movies, it's not easy like that. Oh,
yeah.
Just have sex on a counter,
For sure. Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere to be comfortable. Even, there's booths in there. I don't know if that would...
I don't know.
Anyway, he's fantasizing about her being, all dialed up. Mm-hmm. And in there waiting for him. And when he finally is supposed to meet her and she's outside, this would have killed it for me. I would have kicked him in the fucking nuts. He looks at her with disappointment.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? And he's like, I was just expecting something different.
Yeah, for what she's wearing.
She was wearing jeans and a nice top, whatever. I mean, the point is what's underneath it, asshole. She wasn't planning on wearing those clothes for long. They're going to be on the floor.
Right. It was, and also, she wasn't planning on having sex with him.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because when they open, she, instead of being offended, though, she just kisses the hell out of him.
Oh, yeah.
And then when they open the door, it's a surprise party. Mm-hmm. A surprise going away party.
Yep. And she said she asked Kelly for advice about having sex with him. And...
yeah, Kelly screwed her over.
Kelly was turned their rendezvous into a going away party.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Kelly is evil.
Yep.
But... okay.
Kelly was like, there's no way I'm letting this woman have sex with him.
Right. And woman, though. I mean, it almost looks dirty because she looks so much older than him. So then at the party, they trick Brenda, too, because she's at home packing.
Right.
And Nat calls and says that he's having a private event. He can't reach Brandon. Can she come and fill in? And she tries to say no because she's, not in the mood. Obviously, because she's all heartbroken.
It would have been hilarious if she would have dressed up as that stupid character she played.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, how's it going?
That would have been awesome. And so she shows up, and then her parents come in. And this whole time, they've got somebody filming. David's there filming. Mm-hmm. And people are, saying nice things about how much they've touched their lives and how much they're going to miss them. And, Dylan won't talk to the camera. But he comes over and talks to them, and he says that, basically they're the only family he has. Mm-hmm. Which I didn't realize he was that close with her family.
I didn't either, but...
I mean, I know he's close with her and Brandon, but the parents?
Yeah, I don't know.
And his dad has, in the meantime, we've been watching throughout the episode flashes of his dad in Minneapolis. Miserable. Absolutely miserable.
He's working his ass off because apparently they fired so many people that he's doing the work of 3 executives.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, he's been late, calling. He had to take a later flight to come home. Mm-hmm. You can tell that he's not going to have any life in Minneapolis. That money is going to be for the family only because he's not going to have any time to enjoy it.
Correct.
So all of that combined, how miserable he's been, and then seeing how much everybody loves them and how happy they are there, he decides, And he decides all by himself,
Doesn't talk to his wife at all.
who's already packed up the goddamn house, that they're going to stay.
We're staying here in Beverly Hills.
He'll just find another job, even though the house they live in
Is owned by the company he works for.
and they still live in it in season 5 or whatever season it was we were watching. So
Yeah, I don't know what happens with that.
yeah,
Maybe they retcon it. Maybe they... I don't know.
maybe they don't fire him.
Maybe they buy it. Yeah, maybe he still works for that company. I don't know.
It's very weird. I would assume they would fire him, but we'll see. We'll see next season.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it ends on a cliffhanger.
It does, yeah.
Brenda and Dylan are hugging and kissing, and then she tells him she is late.
You know, it's funny. She wasn't going to tell him that either before she left.
Oh my god.
Forever.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, maybe that's why she broke up with him.
Yeah.
Oh, Brenda. What a bee. No good.
Yeah. What was she going to do? Was she just going to hope that there was a lot of turbulence on the plane? She lost the baby.
Oh, who knows? I mean, I'm assuming she's not pregnant because, she does not have a baby in season 5. I mean, I guess it's possible that she could have an abortion or give it up for adoption, but
I don't think she's going to be pregnant.
I don't think so either. I mean, it's pretty common for, teenage girls to not be regular with their periods.
Don't I know it?
Shut up. Just shut up right now. You fucking douche.
Wow.
I love you. And I want ice cream. Okay.
Well, speaking of airplanes, we got to get out of here because I got to take COVID-19 over to the airport. He's
a very needy bastard, isn't he?
Well, he's leaving the country. I want to do my part to help get COVID-19 out of this country. So I'm taking him to the airport. He's moved all over the place. He was in China. He lived in Italy for a while. He's here in the United States now. I want to move him on. I guess we'll give him to Africa.
I think they have enough to deal with over there.
Maybe like Norway, then or Sweden.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Countries,
wrap it up.
All right, I'm just taking him to the airport. We're getting him out of this country. That's all you need to know.
And we're just going to be staying home and relaxing after that.
Yeah, we'll be here for you. We'll
be binging season 2 of 90210.
Yeah, so take us home, tell people what they can do, and then we'll go.
Okay, so you guys can go ahead and write us at latefee1994 at AOL.com.
You got to write for
And
us.
you got to, give us the stars and tell your friends and listen.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.